Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Just kind of been working on the outer base, the entrance to the base, I should say, and we're just getting bigger and bigger. Kind of did like a little bit of a clock face kind of thing, but it's kind of off-centered. It's a bit hard to get it lined up with GregTech block, or not GregTech, Minecraft blocks. I might kind of mess around with it a bit. But it didn't look very good when I had it like that, like a line like that. So then I added the angled blocks, and it kind of threw it off center. So I don't know. I think I like it, but I think I'm going to raise it up even higher. I keep going higher and higher as I continue kind of seeing how I like it. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I think we're going to go kind of with like that maybe color on the outside. Replace the cobblestone with it. Kind of like a beigey kind of look with the brick, I think would be kind of cool. And then we'll do something with the floor, I think. I do like the bricks floor. I just love this. It's just vanilla Minecraft texture, but I absolutely love it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of going, and as we can see, I'm kind of, making it more 3D as I adding some more dimensions as I go, just to make it look a bit more in depth. So yeah, hopefully this will look really cool. I think it's going to look really cool once we get like a roof up and everything, and I have some plans for that as well. But yeah, so this is kind of like going to be the main kind of entrance, and then I have some ideas of how I want to get around the base when we get it, but it's looking pretty tall there. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyway, last episode we started getting some AE stuff going. For example, we got our first recipe for patterns. Unfortunately, do not have a molecular assembler quite yet because it requires an EV machine. And we also need the EV machine for other things in the base too. So there is even a quest right here. There's the quest for the EV assembler. Man. And I'm like noticing all this stuff. I'm like, ooh, I remember this. Oof, I remember this. I'm like, ooh, platinum, remember that. Indium, oof. This one's actually one of the easiest plastics. Polyphenol sulfide, if I remember. Tungstate we're gonna have to get going. We have moon dust in somewhere, actually. It was in a chest somewhere. Oh, I think it's in where I haven't moved that over yet. But that is something we're gonna have to get going for tungstate. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we are gonna have to do. I think still trying to decide what I want to do. If we get epoxy is quite difficult to automate at this point. I want epoxy sheets. There we go. That turns into epoxy circuit board is what this is our next circuit board that we are going to be doing. And with this, we can get. Man, sometimes it's hard to like find what we're looking for. Oh, circuit assembler. Yeah. With this, we can start getting nano circuits, but again, we can't get that until we get a EV circuit assembler, which is like pretty tough. So, question is, where do we want to go? I think. All right, first thing I think I need to do is get some more titanium. I have a bunch of bauxite. I think I left it in the base. Maybe I should go grab that. We'll head over there and grab that. And get some more titanium smelted up, I think. Because we're going to need lots of that moving forward. I'm really trying to hold off on crafting up hundreds of HV machines for automation because I am doing the processor assembly. So it's pretty expensive in terms of materials, but then I'm like thinking, I'm like, is it worth it to put that off until I get nano? I mean, we have the clean room and everything, but getting the EV power in the circuit assembler, and I need epoxy. But man, that makes everything so much easier. Also, we need nano components, which is that. So, I mean, yeah, we're talking like pretty complicated. We're pretty far away from that actually at the point. All right, here we go. This is what I was looking for, and this has the moon dust in it. So basically, I want anything that will make our moving forward easier. And like I said, I think maybe getting a bit of automation up. That's basically just titanium at this point, like titanium for the interfaces. It is 12 titanium each, and then these formation cores are a bit annoying, but just being able to have them on like a wire mill and a plate bending machine would just make this so much easier. Also, get some recipes. I might as well get recipes for like this. We were doing, yeah, this one is what we are doing. So it's 2 of those, and then we need, you know, 2 of those for this one, and then we do that. So if I put it in this thing, it just makes it so much easier. I can be like, okay, I need 10 HV circuits, and then it'll tell me all the stuff we need, and then I can craft that up. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let me grab these just really quick. Curious. Does that complete this totally? Ender goo. I feel like I remember this sitting in my A system for like ever when I did that the first time. That ender goo, you don't use it for a very, very long time. Also, didn't read that at all. Moon dust, I think it is a centrifuge. No, it's, yeah, centrifuge recipe, and you have a tiny pile of tungstate dust chance. I should, now that I'm thinking about it, go mine up like multiple inventories worth of moon dust and get that going. That takes a very long time. I remember that taking forever because it's such a small chance. And I remember going through like thousands of moon dust. It's easy enough, but that is something I should probably look into. I can get so much with steel hammer. It's super quick. All right, so there's that. I guess let me get some of this bauxite processed. Oh man, I don't have an HV. Do I have an electrolyzer? Where did I put my electrolyzer? Don't we have a... Oh, I put it over there, didn't I? No! Alright. That's right. I put the electrolyzer over here for my oxygen. That's my electrolyzer that I was using. Was it? Yeah, that's my MV one. That's what I was using for... I'd never got a HV one. Alright, well, I got some crafting up here to do. Nothing super exciting, so we will work on that and we'll come back. Alright, I am back, and I'm going to set up just really quick. I think I'm going to set up just some... little bit of automation with the bauxite dust. The annoying bit is that it does need empty cells, so I figured why not set up just a little bit of thing, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to see if we could get something. I think what we're gonna do is, all right, for one, I just set this macerator up. I need to get this going. Throw that in there. All right, do I have a muffler? Because that's kind of loud. Although, you know what? I kind of like having that. Because, actually, no. I was just thinking, I like to kind of like have the sound going so I can tell when it's finished, but you know what? We're going to be setting up automated. We're going to be setting up like a whole automated ore thing, so don't really need to hear that. It was helpful when I was manually doing stuff, but alright, so there's that. That's just going to output the bauxite into the back for me, so I can do that. I do need to pull over the ore washer and stuff. That is something I need to think about. So maybe I should move this over. Because the bauxite would go into the thing, which would go into, like, sifting would maybe be here. Maybe I'll throw it over here. I don't know. Just kind of trying to plan out in my head where these blocks are going to go. Yeah, ore washer, maybe sifter, and then the electrolyzer. And I may do a little bit of automation on the back. I don't know. But I just need to get this going so I can start getting some titanium. So that. So the electrolyzer will go in there. I'm going to do 22 cells, I think. So there we go. Now, I think I'm going to do... How am I going to do this? We're going to do trash can on the back, because I don't want to save this stuff. This is basically purely for bauxite. So it's going to get hydrogen, and then we got to deal with these cells. So I'm going to do fluid output, and that's just going to void that. I have a whole setup producing hydrogen and oxygen right over there, so I don't need to worry about that. So that's going to do that. I do need to deal with this now, and I think what I'm going to do is this. And I'm going to throw a pump, just a super easy to make LV pump. We've made 100 of those. Export the oxygen into there, and then I'm just going to use the item conduits. We had 3 item conduits from when we crafted up the... Oh man, this is totally... I'm so not used to this. This version. Yeah. So always active. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to do that, so I may actually need 2 filters. Now, filters are a bit annoying to craft up, if I remember correctly. Also, I thought I had filters somewhere, and I don't know where they went. Didn't I have filters in the thing originally? Did we lose them somehow? I don't know. I thought they would have fallen out. Maybe I threw them in a chest. I'm pretty sure we had 2 filters. Be right back. If not, I will craft them up. Carbon mesh and 4 zinc each. They're a bit expensive at this point, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, I could not find them in the other world, so I guess I'll just have to... Did I not? I thought I could have sworn I had a couple, but maybe I was mistaken. And also, maybe they're actually in the thing. Do they stay in? I thought they popped out when you broke them. Anyway, I did go to the other world, and it was really, really... My FPS was, like, really, really low. I don't know, something was spawned over there that was causing issues. I don't know. But I kind of got out of there, and my FPS went way back up. But it was dropping down into, like, 10. So I don't know. Also, as I've pulled over all these things, I didn't realize I had quite that many chests of ores. Yeah, that's just all ores and stuff. I have a couple more chests of random stuff that needs to go in the A system, but I also pulled over my ore washer and sifter while I was there. There we go. There we go. I will get that kind of sorted out. How the heck am I going to do that, though? Water. We'll have to get water into it somehow. I know having rows of machines really isn't the best, to be honest. It's actually easier if you go up, I think, because it gives you more sides to work with. Doing it this way is a bit difficult. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Is that right? If I go like that, like rows of machines, I would have the front and then the side. I would have 3 sides. Whereas this, I'm like, I really only have like one side kind of thing, because I have the bottom is like power, and then yeah, I have two. Yeah, I think no, I think it's the same actually. Just ignore me. I just went off on a total tangent there. All right, so what we're gonna do is insert blacklist. No, we'll just do a whitelist. Whitelist of this. And then I'm going to throw a chest, another chest. I have plenty. We'll do a big one because who knows how many. Well, this is going to produce quite a bit of aluminum. I guess we'll just throw it right on top. So out, and then that. And we will do insert blacklist that. All right, I think that'll be fine, right? That should go in there. Yep. And then this should go in there. It'll do that. That'll pump out the stuff. And then this is actually going to be insert in and out. So yeah. Extract, always active, insert. Same with this. I may need to do that. Insert, whitelist, extract, always active. That should go back in there. And there we go. And I'm just noticing I don't have a way to... I guess I could put that in there. Question is that going to put the aluminum in there? Maybe if I never really do a... I don't know. We'll see. This will be in and out. We'll try. I may have to craft up one more. Alright, so there we go. That's going to fill that up. The question is if it does like an even amount, is that going to put the rutile in there? It might. But anyway, alright, so that's kind of that. I think that will be fine. We have that. This needs to get pulled out by the... Oh. Well, we just answered our question. I could fix that by throwing more. Let's do that. I'll throw like, instead of having 22, we'll do enough for 4. That should... What was that up there? I thought there was cells in there. Maybe I was just seeing things. All right, I think that'll work. I love how I set that all up and I didn't even really have that much, but we're getting our rutile. All right, so I'm going to let this run. I need to get this set up now. I think we'll just do... I don't know what we're going to do. I have water over here. Do we have water over here? I don't have water over here. Man, am I going to have to craft up another one of those? Yeah, it's a bit annoying at this part. I don't have water. All right, I may have to craft up yet another one of those. Eventually, we're going to have one major source of water, and then we will probably use A to transfer it around. We're going to need a lot here. Although I could just... let me just borrow that. That's what I'll do. Borrow. We're not doing the... We'll borrow this, I think. This doesn't really need to be running, to be honest. I think we're good for now. Alright. That would have sucked if I had broken through the floor. I guess we will... Whoa, God. I need to expand that. Also, I need to look into flight, because we're kind of playing a risky game here, being in the void and not being able to fly. I'm just like one mistake off looting my entire inventory. That is not how I wanted that to go. I may have to move this up, but I may actually craft up a conduit, a fluid conduit. That would just make this easier, so I can input and output. Probably gonna throw a hopper on top to throw this stuff in. Or maybe I'll move this up. Alright, be right back. Alright, I just crafted up a pressurized fluid conduit. It's actually not as bad as I was thinking it would be. I was looking at the ender conduits before, which are vibranalloy, which is a bit of a pain. The pressurized fluid ones are just a piece of dark steel and a steel fluid pipe. So that's actually not even that bad at all. And dark steel, if you don't know, is just electrical steel, obsidian, and some coal powder. So that is really easy to craft up. So just did that. So that's putting that in there, and then I have the crushed bauxite. I don't have a thing yet. I'm hoping, of course, it puts the wrong thing in. I'm hoping that we're producing bauxite fast enough that it won't go through that. Yeah, I think we'll be good. Now I am... Oops. How do I not have... Oh, that achievement. I don't know. There was something probably blocking it. Is probably what it was. Sometimes I have noticed that I have done stuff, but I didn't get the prerequisite one, so it was like blocked. So, alright, there we go. So, that is just gonna do that. Go in there. That gets put in there. Gets washed. Thrown in there. And then I do actually need to throw this through the thermal centrifuge. Because we do need that rutile dust, and I do want the centrifuge bauxite, because as we know, we get gallium from that, so it is definitely worth it processing it through the thermal centrifuge. I know a lot of people don't like the thermal centrifuge, but I do. I think I left it over in the old base, so I have to go get that. I don't think I'm producing enough power for a HV thermal centrifuge. So we'll just have to do the LV one for now. Also, that's just 2 motors, and oh, it's Canthal is a bit of a pain. I did add a couple of the recipes, so if I need to craft up an HV machine, I need 2 of those. I can just go there. And there we go. I can see what we have. We're good for now, because I crafted up a whole bunch of this stuff before I moved everything. But we're going to slowly run out of SMDs, and I just crafted up a whole bunch of fun red wires and stuff. But yeah, so I can do that, and then it'll put this all in here. Take it, throw it in the thing. But all right, I will continue working on rutile, and I may... Man, do I really want to set that up? I do have a chemical reactor, actually. Maybe I should set that up. What was that? Carbon cell. That's a new recipe. I didn't notice that before. I have to look into that, because you do get carbon monoxide. I'm kind of curious. Like, could we get the carbon back out of that? I'm going to look into that really quick, and we'll be back. Alright, at this point, I don't think it is worth using the carbon monoxide path. I can get 1 back from it, but I would have to set up way more stuff. I think it would be better if you had the multi-blocks, but we don't have those yet. Also, totally forgot that I had this set up above my ore dictionary, or my ore washer. So we actually have quite a decent amount of bauxite that I need to get processed down. So I am just going to break this forming press. As I remember, we crafted up a new one. Hopefully this is going to get enough power here. I may need to move it closer. Usually thermal centrifuge is pretty power hungry. Let's see, is it... Looks like it's getting enough power. Yeah, it's getting enough power. Cool. Alright. You can usually tell because the stored energy drops if it's not getting enough power. But alright, cool. Well, I'll take that. We'll throw this on the back. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, we'll throw that on the back. We'll throw... I kind of like having the hoppers behind, but it really doesn't matter. All right, throw those in there. That put output into there, and we are good. All right. So last bit, we do have this chemical reactor right here. Chemical reactors are really easy to craft up as well. So if I need another HV one, it is not a problem. Just a motor, 5 steel. So it's really easy to craft up another one. Do we want to do that? I really should have this automated titanium. It just would make life so much easier if I want to start. I don't remember the name of the titanium. Oh, it's all one word. There we go. Yeah. So carbon dust, the chlorine. I forgot about the chlorine bit. We do get some of this stuff back from the process, but we don't get it all back. All right, totally forgot I had gotten all this salt ore, so I'm going to get that processing after the bauxite is done. And this is how I was getting all the chlorine that we are needed. Unfortunately, I am using the electrolyzer, so we're running into a little bit of an issue. We just don't have enough machines for a lot of this stuff, but I am working on it for sure. But yeah, there we go. There is our electrolyzer. I had a feeling that I couldn't remember how we had this set up, but I was like, I knew something's probably going to be funny with that. Yeah, we'll let it go in there, and then it'll fill that up. But yeah, so there is the chlorine that we will use, and I'll just let that run. In the meantime, I will start getting this titanium done. I did move the advanced chemical reactor kind of to the front. I think I'll just pipe in. I think at this point it is a bit ambitious to start fully automating this because we do need carbon. I do have a bunch of carbon back in the other base from all the dark ash. I can also get it from charcoal. Is easy enough. We have, as we know, unlimited charcoal. Charcoal dust in an electrolyzer or centrifuge, one of those. I don't remember which one it is. Charcoal dust, electrolyzer. It's a 1-to-1. So I can get, I have unlimited carbon if we need. Actually, why don't I just run over here and get this? Also, I messed up one of my... Ooh, we're low on... We are low on steam because we're running so much more machines now. So we're kind of tearing through our steam and we're burning our fuel, which is fine, but we are good. Yeah, that is a minor issue. I may need to upgrade this to a bigger one because that's actually blocking some of my coke ovens from producing because they are actually full of creosote. I'm just not burning it fast enough. Although I had a little bit of a mess up. One of these was blocking, so like this entire row was not being able to empty creosote, so it might be it's slowly emptying out. Like, yeah, that's all emptied out now, that's emptied out now. So maybe I don't need to worry about that quite yet. It just needs to slowly empty these out, and then it'll empty those out. We'll be fine. So I probably don't actually need to mess with that. I did add some more coke ovens though, but what did I add more? 8 more or something like that? I believe it is 48. I would have to look. Someone did the math on my Discord. How many I needed for the largest size boiler. I will have to look into that. Again, I've said this many times. This is totally pointless, but I don't know. I really like it. All right, let me get some of this titanium stuff going, and we'll be back. All right, we are back. I've moved the vacuum freezer over here because I started smelting up titanium, and I realized I did not have a vacuum freezer over here. There we go. I just threw it on that line. We should be good. I did think that maybe... Or wrong one. Here, I'll just do there. It's not even pulling like a full amp the whole time. As you can see, it's kind of jumping. So there, it just pulled 2 amps. 1 amp, 2 amps. So it might not be the best idea to have this on a 3 amp cable. I think what was happening was it pulled 1 amp for this. I think that's what the 1 amp extra, and then this is pulling the 1 amp. I think that's why it's jumping up to 2. And then if I have that, it'll be 3 amps. But I think it'll be fine. I could always upgrade those first few cables, but what I have decided is I just need to just suck it up and just start crafting this stuff. Oh, man. No. I mean, I need these 2 and the conveyor. I don't need the pump, which is a bit annoying. I'm sure we'll use it at some point. Also, I love these water things, and I don't remember the name of them, but it's like super quick. Right here. But they require, yeah, they're really expensive. You just have this one block though, and it's like infinite water. It fits places really easily, but it is a bit expensive. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get the assembler, because it's always good when you get the next tier of assembler. So I'm gonna start working on that as I am doing some other stuff as well. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet. I did add the workstation. I'm really just trying to push for nanocircuits is really what I want to. I'm trying to push for that. It's just going to make life so much easier if I don't have to do these. But I did add those 2. Also, why? Oh, Bart works. Bart works. Why do you got to be on the tooltip? Because it's pulling up all this stuff. There we go. When I try to put workstation in. So I can just do, I'm going to need 4 for the assembly machine. Obviously the 2 there, and then the robot arm actually needs 2 as well. So as we can see, it just makes this so much easier just being able to do this, and it jumps it all in there for us. I did forget to do that though. So I just need the 16 of those, but we do have everything else. I need more chemical reactors. I just need so much stuff. So much stuff. But we will do this, and yeah, there is no, like, it doesn't autocraft anything. It needs the stuff in the system, but I can just do, you know, that. We need 16. I don't have to do any math. Double check that is working. It is, and then there we go. And then I get the circuits that we need. I'll go back, throw them in, and get the next thing. And we will just keep working on that. All right, we are back, and I'm actually on the moon because as I was starting to craft up the things that we needed for the motors and stuff, I realized I had totally forgot that we needed neodymium, which is in a basanite vein. So I had to come to the moon. It was almost right next to where I was before. I just hadn't gone far enough, which was actually kind of lucky, to be honest. But I also need a bunch of moon rock as well. So I figured, why not? We'll knock this out, get many stacks of this stuff. I have a decent size backpack, thankfully. It is a little bit of stuff in here. Probably should have emptied out some of it. But yeah, so I'm gonna empty out this a bit. I don't think at this exact moment I'm going to... I should have just moved the miner now that I'm thinking about it. But I really just need the neodymium, and it should be in here somewhere. There it is. I need I only need about 5 total, so I only need a few ore. But I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on just mining out, like I said, mining out a bunch of neodymium, moon rock, and we'll come back and yeah, we'll get up the next assembler and see if we can start progressing a bit more. Unfortunately, it is just with moving the bases and stuff and starting to get AE, you kind of take a little bit of a pause. So it is a bit slow the last few episodes, but hopefully we can start kind of speeding up again so it doesn't get too slow. But this is GregTech New Horizons, and unless I only upload an episode every few weeks, I can't progress any faster than I can in real life. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.